Now, to add insult to injury, right? You said that you've noticed a pattern in your life where before something bad happens to you, you won't be able to sleep the night before.
Yeah.
The night before Sean passed away, you actually were in a real bad mood
Yeah.
and you were ready to move out of your house and separate from your girl over the AC being too high. You were reaching out to everyone to help improve your mood, but no one got back to you. Did you reach out to Sean that night?
No, because I know he's in bed by that time.
Mm. So just 2 months after PH passed, now Sean passes on August 8th, 2015. Do you remember where you were when you got the news?
Yeah. I was in my bed. I woke up. I had just woke up, and my daughter's mother walked in the room with my boy Clutch. Salute to my boy Low. He because me and my daughter's mother hadn't been together that long. She definitely had never seen no shit like that. I mean, we was together for the PH shit and the fatal shit, right? But this was next level. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Like I originally thought that she went and got my boy Clutch, but I recently found out like a few nights ago he was on his way up there anyway. They might have met at the door because Shucky saw him and they talked about it outside. You know what I mean? But anyway, he came in the room and he told me, and I was bugging because like he said that shit to me, and I sat there real still for a second. Again, that eerie, somber, just dreary feeling. I looked at him. No, first he said that to me and I said, "What?" And I looked at him and he was fighting back tears. So I knew that I heard what I just heard. And then it hit me. I just sat there like I just still. I just looked in front of me like just. And then I don't know what I did from that moment. I might have laid the fuck back down. Like, I don't remember exactly what I might have looked at my phone and saw all of the madness. And then I got the fuck away from that shit. Like I might have just tried to hide from it all or whatever, but I couldn't because everybody was trying to get me to go to P Crib and I didn't want to go over there. What the fuck am I going over there for? Like, go do what? Like,
You've called
go,
this like the worst day of your life, pretty much, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, niggas is like, go be together, go support what? What what are you expecting to happen if I go over there? Like what is all of you what are you niggas hoping to accomplish? Like, what about us being together is gonna make this any better? Like it wouldn't add up to me. Like I felt like all of that shit was cosmetic, in that moment. Like, what the fuck out of here? Like, it's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas in my face that I probably ain't even like yesterday. That P probably ain't even like yesterday. But you here keeping it. I'm not fucking going over there. Dude. And eventually I went. Nigga was real persistent. Um, and then like by the time I got off the elevator to go. Still was walking in my building to come get me. And we went over there. I went over there. I go upstairs. I go in the room. I go in the crib to see Bernadette. I go in the room because she's not in the front of the house or whatever. Go in the room. And my nigga is still fucking laying there? Ain't nobody tell me he was still here.
And then now that's burned into your memory.
Yeah.
That image that you can't ever unsee.
Yeah. I tried to get out the crib. Like I left out the crib. I got out the crib. I tried to go up to the roof because they lived on the top floor of the building. They was, going to the roof. It was quicker to alone than going back down. I'd have had to go down through mad people with this, that, and the third. I wanted to get to aloneness the quickest way possible. So I went up, tried to go up to the roof. And I saw Tech sitting there, like in the steps right before the roof. And that might be the only time I ever saw Tech cry. Where he was sitting there, he was crying. And I tried to open the door and the alarm came on. Mad, loud, annoying, and disrespectful and shit. I don't know what I closed the door. I didn't go on the roof. I went back downstairs. Think I went in the crib or something like that, but I don't like nothing about that day.
You said that like there was still a grin on his face when you saw him, right?
I mean, that's what I saw, but I don't know, like, what other people see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if, like, he didn't die in his bag. You know what I mean? Niggas put him in the bag.
Oh, really?
From what I understand. You know what I mean? So, who knows where that grin came from? Yeah.
How soon after his death did it take for you to write Shine Down? That
Years.
record and that video is super dope.
Years. Yeah. That album came out in what, 2017? Yeah. So yeah, it took a couple of years before I wrote it, or maybe a year and change. 'Cause, I didn't write it, and it didn't come out after I wrote, the day after I wrote it. That there was a process, but it took a while. Like I wrote "The Streets Want Blood" in a matter of days. You know what I mean? Cause it was just that was a men from our communities, that we're more comfortable in our anger than we are in our sadness. So I was able to release that way. I needed to wait to do Shine Down. Before Shine Down, I believe before Shine Down was The Fraternity. Did you hear The Fraternity?
Yeah. Yeah, man. But Shine Down, that song is just like amazing. Kofi Black, did his thing on the record, man. Pascal on the beat.
Yeah.
When you finally did start writing that song, did it flow like very fast or did it take time? Like how did the process go about?
Nah, the truth always comes out fast.
Mm.
Creativity takes years sometimes. That shit could take all day. That shit could take forever. I mean, like, there's some songs that I'm still working on from while longer.
Right.
It's creativity driving. The truth, you already know the truth. You know what it's supposed to say. All you got to do is find words to make it rhyme.
Although the song is about Sean, you also talk about your daughter saved you after Sean died.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an anchor. You know what I mean? Like that's the only person who need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're thinking about, when shit get dark, niggas go to very dark places. I'm no different. And You know, when you're in those places, when you're in the darkest of places, it helps to have somebody that you love, that you know it would break them if anything happened to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you know, it's a few, you know, it's more than, you know, plenty of people would feel that way. I feel like I'm a very loved person, but I don't feel like none of these people need me necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, but her, you know, everybody else could fend for their fucking self, but her, you know what I'm saying?
She need her daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I interviewed Illa G. Shout out to Illa G. And he spoke about a experience that he had where he had a dream about Sean. He was arguing with Sean in the dream. And when he woke from the dream, he was sleeping next to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was crying, saying that she saw Sean's body floating above him. Have you had any kind of supernatural conversations or experiences that involve Sean since his passing?
I mean, I've dreamed of him a few times. What? Um, um, I remember I wrote a rhyme. I did a feature last year. There's a line in the rhyme somewhere where I was complaining about the fact that this nigga don't even come see me no more. Shit, like, this is your bitch ass nigga. You don't even, you don't even come. You don't even come holler at a nigga no more. B, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he did a couple of times, like, you know, it was a couple of dreams, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't never nothing so dramatic. It just, whenever he would show up in my dreams, it would just be us being us. You know what I'm saying? Just laughing about shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it ain't don't, you know, it's never been anything spooky. Like, I'm a big dreamer. Like, I dream like, I be in my dream. Like, my daughter mother thinks I'm a crime boss in an alternate reality, because I be in my dreams cussing and fussing, like, cursing niggas the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is all kind of bitch ass niggas, and like, none of this nice shit y'all see in my, none of this well-evolved shit that y'all see in my vlogs and all of that. No, I be on bullshit. And whatever that reality is, I don't never see P none of, like, whenever I see him, it just be it just be like, it'd be like he never left. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like we just sitting there smoking, joking. Yeah. And that be the gist of it for the most part.
You remember the last conversation you had with Sean?
Yes. Yes, I cursed that nigga out. But it was playful though. Because this bitch ass nigga, this nigga going, this nigga, look, it was somebody that paid us for a feature, right? And I don't, whatever it was, like, it was like, the, it was like half and half, right? Down to, all right, so it was $100 bill extra, right? That we was going to split. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, yo, we gotta go to the store, get, you know what I'm saying, break. And he like, you bum ass nigga. He's like, I'll give you back your $50. I'm like, all right, nigga, you better bring my $50 back, right? This nigga, next day goes by, I don't hear from this nigga. 2 days go by, I'm on the phone with this nigga. You bitch ass nigga. I told you to bring my fucking 50. I knew I shouldn't have let your bitch ass over the goddamn blah, 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 blah. This nigga's, he dying laughing on the phone, right?
Oh,
He
man.
like, yo, shut up, nigga. I'm on the phone. I'm on a boat, nigga. I'm fishing with the dot X. You know what I'm saying? I'm fishing, nigga. I'm like, man, fuck your fish, nigga. Where my $50? This nigga dying laughing at me. And that was the last
Oh man.
conversation we had.
Wow. Man. What's your favorite memory with Sean? I know you got tons of them, but you know, you got to have some special ones that you hold closer.
I don't know. I mean, it's too many because, you know, I think I'm a really good friend, and I'm very comfortable with deflating the artificial image that people have of Sean P. When they say they talk about him like he was this saint. I'm like, no, my nigga was a piece of shit on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Nigga, I don't know what you think. He ain't even like you or you. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm very comfortable with dispelling that myth right there. But in some ways, I feel like he was a better friend than I was. Like he was a great friend when he was your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I can remember us doing interviews overseas. It was an interview we did at a radio station, and they played this game. They were like, yo, where you guess things about your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your partner's favorite food? What's your partner's favorite blah, 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 blah. He smoked me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga smoked me in the game. Like, he knew he got every answer right. I got he didn't smoke me, but he won. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, like he's just, when it came down to certain shit, like I can remember a time when that nigga played my lawyer in the courtroom. Like the judge was about to remand me and that nigga said, hold on. And started talking to my legal aid. We used to call him Perry Ruckus because of this shit, right? Okay. Nigga, I turn around, I look, I can't even hear what he's saying, but he got some of my paperwork in his hand or whatever. He's talking to my lawyer. Lawyer came back, said that shit, judge, let me go.
Wow. So this is like kind of like the stuff you're talking about, like the random information that he just like knew and just had. And that's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
He was a more outgoing person than I was. Like, you know, like if we in a courtroom, if we someplace that we supposed to be quiet, he's more likely to speak than me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm generally a quiet dude. Like if you see me in my real life, you know what I'm saying? So he, you know, having that more outgoing personality, you know, like most niggas ain't going to step out of line in that courtroom structure. They just, when you get in there, you just going to do what you were told. But since son had already been to jail, shit like that, and you know what, he's like, nah. And I actually returned the favor once. You know, he was Perry Ruckus, I was Matt Rock, right? But I don't remember what his situation was, but I know there was a situation and I acquired the name Matt Rock because of it. But yeah. But yeah, it's just so many things. You know, there's the story where he gave me the shirt off his back. You know what I mean? Because I was
To
drunk.
throw up in?
Yeah, to throw up in. Like, that was the same night where I told him that if he just be himself in his raps, he'd be better than everybody in the world. But you know, there's that story. There's the story of when he first when I first got out of jail, and like I was 19 years old. I didn't know how to roll my blunts yet, and I was going to go visit my girlfriend in the Bronx, and like, we copped weed together. Like, we went to go get weed, and he was like, yo, what you gonna do when you get there? I was like, I'm gonna ask you, I was gonna ask you, if you could roll them up, and I was gonna take them with me. He was like, you nigga, you stupid shit, you gonna put a Dutch in your pocket, you gonna break it, stupid. Listen, what you want, here, check it out. You got enough for about 3 blunts here. I ain't doing shit. I ride with you up there. You know what I'm saying? I roll all the weed. We smoke one. You take one, I take one. That's a good deal. I'm like, yeah, that's a good deal. And the fact that that nigga rode to the Bronx on the train with a nigga at like 1 a.m., that says more about a nigga than getting in Like, niggas could do all kind of dirt with you in the street, drink with you, smoke with you in the street. A nigga not doing that.
That's a fact.
I could have the car and yo, son, ride with me up to the Bronx. I got the car. And niggas be like, nah, son, nah, you know what, son? Son, I gotta go wash the dishes, son. What niggas ain't going to the Bronx with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when he did that, I knew wholeheartedly that I could trust him. You know what I mean? Because as D-Ceps, we used to eat our young all the time, boys. You know what I'm saying? You could think your friends was your friends and niggas will rob you and beat you up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, even though he had already showed me in multiple ways that we was good, you know, I do have trust issues. And, you know, that right there was, I don't think I have a 10 in it. That right there was the, was like, I knew, I was like, this is my boy right here. Ain't nobody doing that.
Right.